Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this look here, which is a really cute look. I'm so happy with the way this came out. I was really feeling myself. I just really like the way blue and champagne look together, and I love how the whole eye is all shimmery. Like all the colors on the eye are shimmers, and it just looks so beautiful on the lid. I'm really obsessed with an all shimmer look at the moment. I feel like it's super trendy as well. For this look, I was actually inspired by a Charlotte Tilbury look that she came out with ages ago. So the concept of this line, I'll stick in some pictures of. So this is my eye and this is the eye I was inspired by. It's kind of meant to be most flattering for blue eyes. There were different colors meant for different eye colors, and the shades super blue were meant for brown eyes. So this is the super blue palette and this was the super blue eyeliner. I don't actually have any of those Charlotte Tilbury products, but I tried to do my best to create the same look with the products that I do have. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I did it, then please keep on watching. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look here, which is inspired by a Charlotte Tilbury kind of promo shoot for some coloured eyeshadows she came out with a while ago. You could also do this with any colour. I happen to use blue today because that was the original colour of the shoot, but if you swapped out the blue for green or a burgundy, I think it would be super beautiful as well. I'm really happy with the way this came out because I didn't actually use any of the Charlotte Tilbury products. I just shopped my stash and came up with this look inspired by the promo pics with my own products that I already had. So I'm really stoked with that. If you want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. I'm gonna tie my hair up actually because once again it's very like, you know what I mean, and it's kind of gonna get in the way in my opinion, so I'm just gonna scoop it out of the way. Also, if you see this swatch on my hand, I was like trying out the eyeshadow and seeing if it's gonna like give the vibe that I'm looking for today, and paired with this certain eyeliner it will, so you'll see that in a bit. But I'm gonna start off with some primer. This is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer, and I'm just going to be applying it with just a dirty foundation brush because I'm going to use this same brush to apply my foundation in just like a sec. It kind of has like a whipped kind of consistency. It's a very light kind of cream and I really like it. It says on the back, treat your skin to this velvety primer, feels lighter than a cloud and leaves skin looking divine. Wait, looking and feeling divine. So yeah, that's what it says on the back of the tube. It's a nice affordable one, just from NYX. I actually still haven't found my like holy grail primer ever yet, but I am enjoying this one that I do have at the moment. So I'm just working that around the center areas of the face, you know, around the nose, on the forehead, areas that I have a little bit more texture and pores. Also around the mouth area, I feel like that's where skin can also be a little more textured as well. And with any excess product, I'm just buffing that towards the edges and like perimeters of the face. So getting around like the forehead there, but I'm not too particular with making sure the primer gets there just because it's not the focus area for the primer for me. The foundation I'm using as per usual is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation, and I'm going to be using 3 pumps. I kind of use 1 pump for each like area of the face. So I kind of think of it like this: 1 pump for the right cheek, 1 pump for the left cheek, and 1 pump for the forehead, and like everything of course meets in the middle, like over the nose and around the eyes and those kind of things. But yeah, I always just kind of go for 3 pumps just because I like the full coverage look, but you don't have to go for 3 pumps. Like if you prefer lighter coverage, you do whatever makes your skin look best or whatever suits you the most. I just kind of like that full coverage look. It gives me that full beat feel. There we go. Sometimes I apply each pump individually, one at a time. Sometimes I just apply all 3 at once and just whack it everywhere. I'm just showing you what I mean today with the 1 pump at a time. Like why like I use 1 pump for each area. It just kind of like covers really well. This foundation's so good because it's buildable, but you can also like sheer it out if you would like a more medium coverage instead. I typically use it for a full coverage look, but it's just so good for the price point, and the skin match is like pretty good for me. As you can tell, it matches my skin tone really well, which I appreciate. It doesn't have too much of a peachy, pinky kind of undertone. It's not too light, it's not too dark, and typically I buy foundations that suit my like winter skin tone better and then just bronze them up a lot when it comes to summer. So that's what I do with this one. This is kind of my like lighter skin tone, or like my normal skin tone, and then when I do get tan in the summer I just like bronze a lot instead, and it doesn't look that like disproportionate or like disproportionate. It doesn't look too out of color with the rest of my body when I just bronze a lot. So that's how I typically do it. I kind of dab a little more over any areas where I want a little bit more coverage, but I will be going in with concealer in a sec. The concealer that I'm using is the Rimmel Lasting Matte Concealer as well. I'm just going to use the same brush as I used for foundation, just because it's easy. I really like this concealer. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, because there are other drugstore concealers that I'd like to try next, but it has been a good one. While I've had it, I have enjoyed it. So yeah, I would recommend it to a friend who was like, hey Emily, what's a good drugstore concealer for someone who has a similar skin tone to me? Mine's in the shade 10 Fair Ivory, I believe. Yeah, it is. So just patting this around the eyes. I take this everywhere, all over the eyes, down this kind of like triangular area. I know that's like kind of an out of date way to do concealer, but I just like the way it looks still. So I like to conceal around my nose area, and yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to set the whole face with some powder, if I can find some. Might have to run away and get some powder. I'll be right back. I've really been enjoying the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder recently. I just feel like it's such an easy to use one, and also if you have like acne scars or like pimples that you're trying to cover, I feel like this powder adds like a decent amount of coverage as well. Like if I wanted to pack on this powder over a pimple, I feel like it disguises it really well. So it's like, pretend over here, I'll show you guys, like if I just really set that part of my foundation with the powder, I feel like it gives just like a little bit of extra coverage to any like pimples or acne or whatever that's going on my face. So any breakouts, I just like this powder for. I dropped some on my top. Oops. Actually, this isn't a top. This is actually a dress from Brandy Melville. I've showed it to you guys before. You've seen all my clothes before pretty much. But yeah, this is a dress from Brandy Melville. I think it's really cute, so I wear it all the time. But you can see it just blends it away, and then it's like the pimple's never there. And I say thank you, Maybelline Fit Me Powder. Mine is in the shade 10 or something. Yeah, 10 Fair Light. It's a good one. And it's not too pinky toned for my skin tone, which sometimes I feel like if something's too dark or pinky, it can look a little odd on me, but this one's good. I'm going to go in with some bronzer now, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Wild Bronze Glow. I have hit a little bit of pan in it. This bronzer kind of has like an argan oil scent to me. I don't know. I just feel like argan oil vibes from it. I'm just going to go in with this brush from Nude by Nature. It's the angled blush brush, but you don't have to follow the rules. You know, if something says it's for blush, doesn't have to be for blush. You can have it for whatever you want it for. So I'm going to be using this to bronze the perimeters of the face. It's a great warm tone bronzer, and I kind of would like to bring a bit more like glowy warmth to this look. So I'm going to really go in with it. I'm going to take a lot down the neck as well, just so that the bronzy tones kind of match with the rest of the body. Kind of also defines the jawline there by going in underneath the way I'm trying to do now, and I blend it down the neck. I didn't blend a load of foundation down the neck. I probably should have, but like whatever. I like to blend my bronzer over the foundation on the neck, just because I feel like it just blends the makeup with the rest of the body, and it doesn't like look too odd. It just looks seamless in my opinion. So I'm just going to go in on the cheeks. I kind of like the way the angle of this brush hugs the cheekbone there, so I just kind of go in like that and fluff it out after I've like hugged the cheekbone, if that makes sense. And then I go in on the forehead, of course, because I love a bronzed forehead. I take it quite into the temple as well. I feel like it adds a really nice sculpt to the face in that area. Hope that makes sense. And then obviously the forehead is where the sun would kiss you if you were having a sunny time. So I take it over the forehead. It's actually not very sunny where I am at the moment. It's actually raining, but I like this kind of rain. So it's in Australia, a lot of the time we have like, you know, it can drizzle as well here, but I love it when it like pours with rain. So it's not like pitter patter. It's been recently, it's been like plop, plop, plop kind of rain. Like each raindrop is fatter. I've actually heard of people that have moved to Australia that they were like surprised at how like large the rain is here. I really like the large rain here. It's something that I've just always found fun. It's more dramatic. It's a more dramatic rain. And I really like it. By the way, the blush I'm using is from Kylie, and it's the Pink Dreams blush. And the brush I'm using is the number 300 from Real Techniques from the Bold Metals range. But yeah, I just love the rain, especially when it's this kind of like plop, plop, plop rain. Not that I'm anti the drizzle, drizzle kind of rain, but, you know, I prefer this one. Drizzle, drizzle rain has its own mood, you know, and I just like the more dramatic plop, plop. I'm just going to do a little bit on the nose. I also did some on the forehead, as you just saw. I'm also going to pinch the brush that I used for bronzer and not really contour the nose, but just like bronze the sides of the nose just so that it looks like a little more sun-kissed, because I like the way it looks. I haven't really been going in for a nose contour that much recently. I just feel like the pinching and a little bit on the sides is all I really want. I'll tell you guys a little secret. It's not really that secret, but I prefer to take a little bit more bronzer on this side of my nose because this is the preferred side for me to be photographed from. I know, I only started to realize this year, is that if I bronze my nose a little bit more on this side, I just like the way I photograph on this side better. So I prefer to bronze this side a little more, and then it looks really like sculpted when I take a photo. Although if it is like front on, sometimes it can look a little browner on this side, so that's a secret. Okay, I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow now. I'm just going to take a little bronze through the lid to get us started. The bronzy shade I'm going to go with is this shade here called Frosting, and it's from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, this one here. I really like this palette. It's got some great warm tone browns, nudes, other things too, but I'm just going to take this brown shade, fluff it through the whole crease. It's kind of a shimmery shade, which is nice, and it also has a little bit of depth, but it blends out nicely. So that's why I chose it, because I would like this to be like the dark brown base, if that makes sense, and then we'll be chucking the exciting colors over the top. So today's look was inspired by some promo pics, or like advertising pics, I don't know what to call them, from Charlotte Tilbury's like magic eye range. So pretty much the concept is each eye color has like complementary eyeshadows to go with it, and for the brown eyes it was blue. I happen to like all of the different eye color looks, so like I'm into the green eyes look, I'm into the blue eyes look, but I'm in a blue phase right now, and luckily the brown eyes matching color was blue, so we're going with that today. I'm going to take this little shader brush. It's just called a shading brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to grab, oh wait, I'll do that later. I lied. Okay, we're gonna go for it. I'm going to go grab my palette. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go in with the blue. I'm kind of excited. But yeah, this is like supposed to be a flattering eye color. Wait, a flattering eyeshadow look for a brown eye. So I'm gonna be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. Looks like this, and I'm only going to be using this navy blue with shimmer through it, dark blue shimmery shade down here. This is what it looks swatched on a piece of eyeliner, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab kind of a denser brush. Who will be my dense brush? This one. This is a Real Techniques 201 brush. I'm going to dip directly into that blue shade and smudge this over the outer corner only. Actually, I'm going to take a bit of concealer as a base because I'd like to have a little bit of intensity here. So I'm just going to do a little dot, and I'm going to really carefully blend this because I know that wherever this blends to is where this blue is going to stick, and I would like this blue to be blended well. So I'm going to be really careful. I'm taking this base shading brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to fluff this through the crease just really carefully because I want this blue to be more intense, and I only have this like blue in this palette, so I don't really have a hugely expensive, like fancy, very pigmented blue, so I've got to work with this palette, and so by giving it a tacky priming kind of base to sit on, it's going to come a little bit more intense for me. But I wanted to make sure that concealer was well blended because I want this blue to look well blended, and it's going well. I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to take this blue over that outer corner area. The reason I chose this blue is because it's shimmery. I don't have a like shimmery blue eyeliner to use the way that Charlotte Tilbury sold. Obviously I don't have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products, so I'm just going to work with what I have and make do. But I really like this range she came out with. It looks super pretty. Charlotte Tilbury wasn't previously that accessible here in Australia, but recently, by the way, it's looking messy, but I'm going to blend it a little bit more later. But yeah, recently she brought her products to Mecca, which is kind of like, think of it like an Ulta here in Australia. So I'm really excited because you know, previously she wasn't sold at any Australian stores, and now she's going to become more accessible. I'm going to definitely be picking up a lot of her stuff, particularly all that Pillow Talk stuff. I don't even know if this range that I'm copying the promo eye look from is still available. Like, I think it might even be discontinued or something, but I don't care. I was inspired by the pics, and I was inspired by the artistry of the shoot, so it is what it is. I'm just building this up as much as I can in the outer corner without building it up too much, because I would like to create a wing around the tight line that's more intense using this exact same shade. So I wouldn't like this to be the darkest part because I'd like that wing that I'm about to do later to be the most intense part. Just blending this up, and then I'm going to grab another brush to blend it out with. So who's going to be my blending brush? I guess you will be. This is like a tall kind of brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to fluff it away the extra product with this. Easy peasy. I also really like the way this brown and like blue and champagne look came together on the model, because I feel like champagne goes really well with blue. They're not complementary colors, because blue's complementary colors I believe is orange, but I just like the way it looked. So yeah, I was really into it. I always go for like champagne-y kind of highlights just because I feel like they're most flattering on my skin tone. So this look was really calling to me. I'm just intensifying the eyeshadow in some areas and then blending it more with that little brush again. Just going in and working it up to where I want it to be. And I'm happy with the way this is looking. So now I'm going to grab that brush that I showed you earlier. This is that shading brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to dampen it just because I would like to intensify the look of the next shadow that I'm going to use. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of L'Oreal Infallible Magic Setting Spray. But you can use any setting spray or even water, whatever you have accessible to you. And I'm going to grab this highlighter. So this highlighter, although it's in an Urban Decay Beach bronzer packaging, in a recent video I showed you guys how I did this. I actually depotted my MAC Whisper of Guilt highlight into this packaging. So this is actually MAC Whisper of Guilt. Don't be alarmed. I just like pressed it into this pan, and look at that beautiful texture. This shade is so stunning. It's just one of my favorite highlights, and it was becoming really difficult to use in the original MAC packaging, whereas now that I've repressed it, it's just so much easier to use. All this product, I almost threw away the little compact, and there was all this product left in there. Like there's literally a whole pan, and this is like not a thin layer over the pan. So I'm glad that I repressed it, because it meant that I got so much more product out of the actual pan before I threw it away. I've kind of placed down the placement that I'd like this eyeshadow to sit, and I'm going to take another brush to blend. This one is called the Crease Brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to dab a little bit more of that highlight on it, just so that it's not just a bare brush going in there. And I'm just going to blend the edges, because I wouldn't like this to be too much like cut creasy vibes, which is why I'm also like dipping in to grab a little more highlight, just so that I'm distributing more highlight around as I blend. I'd like this to be really shimmery and kind of blend into that blue shade that we placed down earlier, while also setting the original damp kind of highlight that we placed first in place. So this is working out really well. I'm just kind of taking up a little bit higher than I usually would, so that it blends right over my lid, rather than just on my mobile crease area part of my lid. And looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I'd like to intensify this eye a little bit more, so I can always go in with a little bit more with the damp brush and just like place a little bit more product there. So pretty. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of this and pop it in the inner corners. Just a little bit, and blend that around so it's all fluffed. I'm going to clean up all the fallout using, where's my powder brush? This one. This is just the brush that I used for that Maybelline Fit Me Powder earlier, and I'm just going to clean up any fallout that we had, particularly from that blue shade. Nice. And then I'm going to grab a random eyeliner. So I brought this kohl eyeliner over with me. This is from NYX, and it's one of their retractable eyeliners in the shade, I can't find it, it's a purple one. Oh, it's in the shade Deep Purple. So it just looks like this, and it's a retractable kind of kohl liner, like this. I just snapped it because I pulled up too much. Sorry. It's not a crumbly eyeliner at all. I just like wound it up too far and then snapped it because I was being too aggressive. It looks like this. It's actually a really pretty eyeliner, but I don't want the purpleness of it today. I'm just using it for its creaminess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my entire upper and lower lash line with this eyeliner. I'm not going to go into my waterline. I'm just going to do it on my lash line. And I'm going to kind of do an imperfect job. I'm just going to smudge it around, and then I'm going to set this kohl with, again, that same blue shadow as we used on the outer corner, and that's going to give me an intense blue an intense blue eyeliner. I know, my mind. I did this pretty much so that I could make a DIY blue eyeliner. So I'm just going to go around my whole line. I might cut this out because you don't need to see me not waterlining, like doing my whole eyeliner, but yeah, I'm just doing eyeliner everywhere, and I'll be right back when I finish it actually. So as you can see, I've put that like eyeliner on my top and lower lash line, not in my waterline, just around it, because we're going in with black later in the waterline. But if you get a bit in your waterline, it's not that big of a deal. I'm taking this Morphe M165 angled kind of brush. I usually use this for brows, but I haven't been using it for brows recently because I've wanted to do this look. I'm just dipping straight into that shimmery blue shade that we used earlier and just patting that directly onto the like kohl eyeliner, retractable eyeliner that we used earlier. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I love those NYX retractable eyeliners. I've panned so many of them because they're just affordable and work so well and versatile, and you can also blend them out. Like if you want to smudge that into like a smudgy kind of lived in looking look, it works so well as well. So it's really easy. I'm just patting this over that purple shade and it makes that into a really intense, deep, dark blue eyeliner like you can see there. So pretty and easy. Also, you don't have to do the eyeliner part of this look either. I mean, you don't have to do any part of this look, but if you don't want to add the eyeliner, you could have just left it at the champagne golden shade with the blue outer corner and just left it at that, and it would have been super pretty. I would have chucked on a black liquid eyeliner and called it a day, but I just want to copy the Charlotte Tilbury look today because I was feeling inspired by it. I wanted to try my hand at it myself, so that's why I'm going in with like the full look, and I feel like it gives extra sultry vibes, like it's extra smoky and smudgy and stuff like that. So yeah, really into it. Yeah, so that's it with just purple, and that's it with the blue pressed on top, and you can see it adds quite a bit of, I don't know, I'm obsessed with it, that's all. I'm just obsessed. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. How are you guys? What is new for you? What's the weather like where you are? I already told you guys that it's raining here, but it's usually been sunny recently in Sydney, which is really nice. We are in winter still. August is the last month of winter, but then we go into summer. So it might be different to you guys. I know a lot of my viewers are watching from America. We are the opposite of you guys. When you guys are in summer, we are in winter. So we're about to go into spring, which is really nice. I've been waiting for spring for ages, and don't you worry, every single video I will remind you what the season is here because I love it when it's summer. Every time it's winter, every video I'm like, oh, can't wait for summer. And then every time it's summer in the video, I'm like, I love it because it's summer. So don't you worry, I'll be telling you all about the seasons. But yeah, tell me what's happening in your life, what's new, what's popping. Happy with the way that's turned out. And I won't be doing a black liquid liner on top of, I'm just cleaning up by the way. I won't be doing a black liquid liner on top of this because I'm happy with the way it looks with just the like fake kohl blue liner. I will be blending it a little bit on the lower lash line with this little angled brush just to make sure all the lines are the way I'm happy with them. And I might even intensify a little bit on the wing here, just take up a little bit more. So this eyeliner kind of acts as a bit of a base as well. It gives the eyeshadow that I'm applying something a little bit tacky to stick onto. Gives a little bit more grip. So I'm going in a second time with that, and I'll just pack on a little bit more just above the wing just to intensify it a little bit right above there. So it kind of blends a little better from the wing into the actual eyeshadow that we used. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm happy with the way the eyes are looking. I'm going to go in with a kohl through the waterline. So I'm going to do both the upper and lower waterline using this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in the shade 0. This is a high-end eye pencil that I was gifted, and oh my goodness, it is so stunning. It's so creamy, it's so easy to use, just glides on through the waterline beautifully, so I'm going to be doing that off camera. So this is how the eyes look with the black through the waterline. I love the way this is turning out. This is literally exactly my vision. I'm so excited about it. I am going to be adding lashes, but you could just apply mascara if you wanted, but I'm going to do my lashes and brows off screen, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, my brows are on. I use the Colourpop Precision Brow Pomade. I have popped on my lashes, which I don't know what they're called, but here's the container. If you can read Mandarin, maybe you can find these, but I just bought these while I was in Taiwan. While we wait for my lash glue to dry, which by the way is the Duo Clear Lash Glue, I'm going to be applying some highlight. I'm going to use the same highlight as we used earlier, just the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer Packaging MAC Whisper of Guilt. And I'm going to be taking this large contouring brush from Real Techniques because it's the brush that I've been using for highlight recently. I'm just going to pop this on the cheeks because this is the highlight that we used on the like eyes, I feel like it's going to match really nicely. So that's why I've chosen this one today. Such a pretty golden highlight shade. But yeah, I did this product look, you know, inspired by the Charlotte Tilbury blue eyeshadow stuff that she came out with and the blue eyeliner she came out with, without actually purchasing her things. So get creative. You don't have to purchase products from the shoot that you think looks cool. Maybe you have products in your collection that you already have that you can recreate the look with, without having to, you know, purchase more products, without having to spend the money and bring more things into your life. So I'm really happy that this came out the way I envisioned, because I was successful in, you know, making it happen without having to spend more money, purchase more products, and also, you know, just consumerism. I'm just going to highlight the nose as well. And then I'm also going to take this on the brow bone. Stunning. The brush that I'm using for these like smaller areas of the face is that same little shading brush as we used earlier, because we've already used the same highlight on the brush. I'm really taking it up there. I feel like highlight on the brow bone, it gives such like a lift and dimension to the eye as well. This looks so nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. I kind of take the highlight and a line down the nose and accentuate it on the tip and in between the eyes. And I also like to do a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I don't know why, I just always do that. I'm going to pop on a little bit of setting spray. The setting spray that I used is the same one as earlier, just the L'Oreal Infallible Magic setting spray. And I'm very generous with this. I love the mist on this. It's just a great fine mist. And I'm going to pop on some lip color. This one is from Dose of Colors and it's in the shade Butterscotch. It's a great kind of warmer toned neutral nude. It's kind of a bit too nude, but I really like that. So I'm looking for my mirror. Oh well, I guess I'll just use this as a mirror. I just love like a really, really light nude lip. Like almost a concealer nude. It kind of like blocks out the lips and brings all the attention to the eyes, in my opinion. And it also adds like, I don't know, I don't want to say an edge, but like if I was a rocker, I would wear like white nude lips all the time. Like I would white out my lips. I just think it looks really cool. But you don't have to like do what I do. You can do whatever you feel like looks best on you. You know, same with the products I use. Like how I didn't have to purchase the Charlotte Tilbury products. You don't have to purchase the products that I use in my videos. You can, you know, shop your stash, find what you have to create the look. Okay, that is the completed look. I'm really vibing it. I'm like totally obsessed. I'm going to take my hair out now because I'm actually not a fan of low pony on myself. I just feel like a bit of an egg. And this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. You can hit the join button as well to become a member on my channel so you can see more exclusive content from me. You can find me on Instagram, Tumblr, I'm trying to think of where else, Pinterest, Visco, MySpace, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I feel like I did a pretty good job of getting this as close to those promo pics as I could. Do I think that blue is the most flattering color to go with my brown eyes? I don't necessarily know. I like a lot of colors on my eyes. I feel like my eyes maybe have like a slight hint of like green undertones to them. So maybe a green flattering color mixed with a brown flattering color would work best on my eyes. I don't know, they're mostly brown anyway, so it is what it is. I do think that this eye look came out a little bit more cool tone than the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I didn't really mind that. I feel like it goes with the vibes. Also, I was really happy with the way the DIY eyeliner turned out. I feel like I could have put a little bit more through the inner corner, but I didn't want to put too much blue on the inner corner because I felt like it might look weird. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If your day hasn't been going so well so far, I hope it gets better, and I'll catch you next time. Love you lots. Bye.